Good evening, everyone. Whew, ain't it hot? If you're from the UK, yeah, you'll be saying that a lot. Oh goodness, it's hot. I've turned off the big fan. So if I'm sweaty and horrible halfway through this, you're welcome. Because that is very noisy. So I've kept the little one on and the windows open. But what's that again? Any hot? It's been a very hot day today. Too hot for me, to be honest. It's lovely to see the sun, but oh my God. We've gone outside because in the house it's not too bad. Now, we don't have aircon in the UK. Except for stores and stuff. I noticed it in B&M because that's where I went. And but normally, we don't have aircon, so we have to deal with just the fans and stuff and the window open and etc. And it's cooler in the house. I've gone outside because our front door is sticking, so it's a bit awkward to open the door, but eventually Stephen got it open, so it's fine. Gone outside. Whoosh! The hot air hit me in the face. I just went, wonderful. Although I do like, to see the sunshine. I don't like this heat. Oh my goodness, no. I don't fare well in the heat. I really don't. Oh, yeah, bugger. It's way too hot. Way too hot. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight because last night I didn't sleep very well. Bugger. We're allowed to moan about the heat. I think the British have got got that one, haven't they? We always moan about the heat. It's too hot. It's way too hot. And then it gets cold. It's way too cold. It's way too cold. I think we just moan about the weather more so. Although Susie said to me, it is more worldwide than you think. Because you do moan about it in America. So, I'm not, meaning any offence there at all. So, how has my week been? Fabulous. That's how it's been. I've stopped checking too much. I've left it at once a week. Okay, it's twice a week because I did check Wednesday. But then I didn't check until today because I'm filming this on a Friday. And although I've had some poor news today, I'm still looking on the bright side. Because I've got to stop being a pessimist and be more of an optimist. This is where I'm going. So, yeah, I'm going to keep on keeping on. We've got this far. So, yeah, as I say, I'm not mentioning what news is or anything. I don't really want to talk about it until everything's done, if you know what I mean. But if you're not familiar with my channel, basically, cutting it short, my mum died just over a year ago, left our house, which is pretty knackered, needs a lot of work doing to it. I've had to do probate, go through solicitors, and selling of the property, etc, etc. So, just a little back note for you. But anyway, I'm not talking about it. I don't want to say anything. So, not watched so much dramas this week. I'll tell you what I did watch. I watched the new version of Wurzel Gummidge. And I enjoyed it. It was really good. I really liked it. I still prefer the old one with John Pertwee. Now, if you're my age or roundabouts, I'm 51. Although technically with COVID and losing 2 years, I'm not actually 50 yet, but we won't go there. So I'm 51. So if you was born about early 70s to mid 70s sort of time, you'd be familiar with Wurzel Gummidge, I'm assuming, and from the UK, because it wasn't really in America, I don't think, or anywhere else in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd like to know, because if you did see that programme, it would be great to know if you're from somewhere else in the world and you did. So Wurzel Gummidge was 1979 and it ran through in the 80s as well. The reason why I know this is because Doctor Who was on a Saturday night. Wurzel Gummidge, to my knowledge, was on a Saturday night. Because Saturdays was all kinds of things. Saturday was kids TV like Swap Shop or Tiswas. Oh my goodness, I love that. Tiswas in like the daytime, and then the afternoon, one more morning, and then afternoon time was Grandstand. I think they called it Grandstand, where all the wrestling and all sorts like that. Yeah, I did like the wrestling. And that programme always reminds me of having pilchards for tea with bread and butter. Always does. Pilchards in tomato sauce. Always reminds me of that. Or cream crackers. Yeah, they are cream crackers, aren't they? Crackers and cheese. You know, that kind of thing. But mainly pilchards with bread and butter. Because the pilchards were in tomato sauce. I think I've already said that. So, yeah, then it would Grandstand in the afternoon. And then it would be... I'm pretty sure it was a Sunday when Doctor Who was on, thinking about it. Because I always remember Bath Night, and then... No, I think it was Saturday. So, because Bath Night used to be just once a week, and it was Sunday night for me, because, you know, start school the next day. Don't go smelling like a rancid old arse, you know. Yeah, so it was Wurzel Gummidge. Supergram, I used to watch that. Basically a grandma with superpowers. I think she was Scottish. I think so. That's the best Scottish accent you're going to get from me. And... oh my goodness, old TV. My goodness, Trump Tune, Jiggly. I was going on the afternoon programmes when I was really, really little. Oh my word. I can still watch them, honestly. The Flumps. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. Or tangent, or whatever you pronounce it. Yeah, so it used to be Saturday, the TV in the morning was the kids stuff, the Tiswas and Swap Shop and all of that stuff. Saturday Live or something. Then it went to... I've got a Tiswas theme tune in my head. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday is Tiswas Day. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday is Tiswas, never much to miss was Saturday is Tiswas Day. So yeah, Tiswas. Grandstand, all the sports, and the wrestling. Used to love that. Big Daddy. Who remembers Big Daddy? Went to see him once. Brilliant. And then the evening stuff. Early evening stuff. I never used to go to bed at night either, so you know that was it must have been quite painful experience for my parents, because they couldn't get me in bed at night. I wouldn't go to sleep on my own, so I used to be downstairs most of the evening. That's how I know all the Hammer horror films. every single one. I was never allowed to watch. This is going off on one. I grant you that. So I was never allowed to watch Tales of the Unexpected because apparently it was too creepy for me. And then I was allowed to watch Hammer Horror. I don't think they thought that through. So yeah, the Sweeney. Oh my goodness. What was the other one? I can't remember the other police one, but I know the Sweeney. Dempsey and Makepeace used to be playing outside with my friend Michelle, and we used to pretend to be Dempsey and Makepeace. Just as we was trying to be Torval and Dean with one roller skate each. Yeah, it did happen. Yeah. The Sweeney, Dempsey and Makepeace, Heart to Heart. Never watched The Love Boat. There was this other one. Oh, all sorts of stuff in the day, you know. Tell me your favourite programme back in the day when you was growing up. I don't care where you're from, just tell me your favourite programme. I'd love to hear about it, I really would. So, yeah, apparently Tales of the Unexpected was far creepier than Christopher Lee with fangs and biting people and drawing blood. I do not know. So... Oh, I remember that one. The Sweeney, The Professionals. That was the other TV one, the crime one, the police one. There was also Juliet Bravo. The Bill was back in my day as well. I never really took to that, but I was in my teens then. Yeah, be interested to find out what your favourites were, or what you used to just watch. What your parents deemed was not suitable for you, and you've watched since and thought, what? It'd be great to hear about that. Yeah, the week's been awesome. Awesome it is. The week's been really good. Really good. Double Donna. That's what I'm calling it now, Donna. You started it. You didn't say it was a double Donna. I've just added that. So if anybody asks me how I am, if it's really good, I'll do that. Just watching Bold Foodie Guide test lots of brown sauces. You know, your Daddies, your Heinz, your cheaper brands, all that. Condiment sauces, they are. He tested tomato sauces, the ketchup, previously. You could tell he was just getting a bit more, as he went on, a bit more, oh, I really had enough of this, and this was not a good idea. Kind of thing. And he tried the skinny one in the brown sauce, and it was, oh, it looked revolting, and he said it tasted revolting. So, no. To be honest, I've had some coffee syrups in the skinny brand, and I wasn't over enthralled with them. Anyway, going off subject, I'm not sure how long this is going to go, because not much space on this device. And we all know how I can do that. So yeah, I'm watching that. I've been watching a lot more YouTube lately. Stephanie Toms, been watching. Sophie Louise. Jazzy Bomb. Claire somebody I've been watching. I can't remember the name. I'll pop it here if I remember. Very good, she is. Very good. I watched somebody in their 40s to, I think, mid-40s, early 50s sort of thing, saying how to apply highlighter for mature skin, because, you know, it's worth doing. And it was very good, so I thought, I'll give this a go. So I gave it a go, and just apply it with your finger there. And it worked really nicely. I quite liked it. I'm not bothered by highlighter that much these days, but it was actually very nice. So yeah, that was a good one. Not put makeup on today. My goodness. Ouch. Today, when I woke up, my eye really hurt. Sometimes I suffer with a bit of dry eye. So when I wake up in the morning, I will just open my eye, and if it's really hard to open, and then it gives me sheer pain. So, you know, a lot of swear words went on. And this eye today, and I was watering like mad, and it was really painful, because I think under this eyelid, it don't feel like anything now, it feels fine. But under this eyelid, it felt like I had something in it. And it was very red and painful. And I thought, if I put makeup on my face today, I'm going to be very stupid. Because I do like to do my face every day. You know, it's a regular routine. It's just something I've got into. I put a bit of makeup on. You know, sometimes it's not much, sometimes it's a bit more. And yeah, that was so painful. I couldn't do this, put it that way. I couldn't press it like that. So I just thought, there's not a chance in hell I'm sticking anything on my eyeballs today. So nothing on my face today, because ouch, that really hurt. Sometimes happens, and it's not very pleasant, to be honest. It makes you swear a lot, I can tell you. So I was on the television stuff, wasn't I? But I haven't really been watching much. I've watched Wurzel Gummidge, so I watched the new ones, and I thought they was really nice, really good, really well done, really delightful. If not a little bit freaky for the young'uns, if, you know, you look at it and you think, I think I'd be a bit scared by that. It's a bit freaky, to be honest. You know, a bit like Johnny Depp's, well, it's Tim Burton, but Johnny, apparently. Johnny Depp's in it. He plays Willy Wonka. But if you remember Johnny Depp's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then you watch, what's his face? Gene Wilder play Willy Wonka, you think, okay, Tim Burton, you went a bit on a scare mode there, because that is freaky, to be honest. I find that a bit freaky for the little ones, but maybe they don't, maybe it's just me. But yeah, I find that with this new Wurzel Gummidge one, some things are a little bit scary. I remember when I knew, well, I do know her, my little, just say cousin or something, when your cousin has a child, her daughter, her firstborn, put Wurzel Gummidge on for her, the old one. She couldn't watch it. It freaked her out completely. Really freaked her out. So, yeah, I guess it can do. She didn't like it. It scared her. But I think the newer one's a bit more scary. But who knows? What do you reckon? So anyway, I'm getting my way through the original. I've done the new ones, and I thought they were very well done. The Aunt Sally in that, though, whoa, that's a bit freaky. I have to tell you, that was like, oh, okay. So, even for me. But, so, yeah, watch them. I've not watched much crime stuff, as in crime TV series, because my mind's not been on it. my concentration has been a bit all over the place. So that's why I've gone with YouTube more. I have watched some crime on YouTube, you know, my usual Emma Kenny, of course, as always, and Eleanor, and Danielle, and not so much Danielle this week, actually. I do like the older crime stuff as well, you know, like Amelia Dyer and Mary Ann Cotton, what's his name, William Palmer, the old Poisoners and all that. I like the older ones. The acid bath killer, which was William Hague. Currently reading a book written by Jeffrey Dahmer's dad, Dahmer My Son or something, which is actually quite intriguing, because people complained about the book coming out at the time, making money on his son and all blah de blah de blah because of the victims and that, and I actually quite understood that. But I'm currently reading it because I've got an app called Open Library, and you can borrow books for free on there. Some books are not available, but a lot are, and that's what I use. And I found that book on there because, you know, I like a nice light bedtime read, apparently. So, yeah, I've just finished a Kathy Glass book, When the Angels Came, about a little boy. It was losing his father because his father had terminal cancer. Yes, another cheerful subject. I do pick on. But yeah, I was on occasion reading the Dharma one, well, from his dad's perspective. Now, you may wonder why I watch all these crime stuff, but the reason being is because I'm not just watching it to see what they've done and how they did it. It's not about that for me. I like to know the background. I like to delve in and see what their life was like growing up as a child. See if there's anything up there which affects them. Because in my opinion, no baby is born evil, because babies are all innocent. Every baby that is born into this world is innocent. It's got no evil about it. Nothing at all. So I like to get into that mindset. What was their upbringing like? Did they get abused? Not saying that this warrants the heinous stuff they do, but it's sort of like, I like to, let's see here. Let's see. What was their upbringing like? What was their childhood like? What happened? What made this go that way? Is there anything in that? A lot of times, I have to say, it's got nothing to do with it. They're just horrible. Yeah, that's basically it. I have to know what's triggering this. You know, sometimes they have got DID, which I can't remember what it stands for, but it's multiple personality disorder. Sometimes they're just psychotic. Sometimes, it's a lot of things sometimes with these serial killers in the mind, but a lot of times they're just horrible people. And they're all horrible, to be honest, because why would you want to hurt anybody, I don't understand why you'd want to do that. But I have got a really massive interest, and, I just like to know these things. I've been interested in true crime for a very long time. So that's why I watch so much of it. I have been watching Emma Kenny's podcast, like I said on the last vlog, I'm sure I did. And I've finished them now. A bit disappointing because I was really enjoying it. So if you can recommend the podcast to me, please do, which is on YouTube. I'd love to know. So recommendations needed because I like the podcast. So yeah, I've just been going about my week and getting out a little bit. As I said, I went out today to B&M. I go in there on a Friday mainly because they have some reduced bread bits and stuff like that. So I take a look. And it's fine because what I do is they've got anything like crumpets for 50p. Today I picked up a 6-pack of potato cakes for 40p and Warburton's fins for 40p. And I come back here and I pop them in the freezer and we just get them out when we want, because we've got a toaster which has got a defrost setting and it works really well. So, you know, cheap bits like that really help out. So, because when we get a loaf of bread, we use it in 4 days, if that. I do like my bread. So, that's why I popped over to B&M, basically. So, yeah, it's been a really good week. Now I'm not over checking, I'm calming down because I have to sort this out. I don't want to over check because there's no absolute need. I am not available for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I am just not. So watching lots of crime, watching a lot of YouTubers of late, more makeup stuff, because coming soon I'm going to be doing. Now, what it was, I was going to be just doing the viral makeup trends of 2024. But then I thought, hang on, I know. So what I'm going to be doing is half a face of the manufacturer trends of 24 and the other half are viral. So that'll be interesting. So I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully it's not a bad idea, like today. So look out for that. I have a video which should be up or going up just of a makeup look. Yeah, so I'm doing videos again, trying to be a bit more regular, as you saw, hopefully getting the notifications. I know a lot of people have said that they're not getting the notifications for creators to put up their videos and when they're uploaded. You know, YouTube do this kind of thing. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. The ads on YouTube. I'm sorry, I know this might be a boring subject for you. I know I keep going on about it. But it's not the amount of ads. I've already said about that. But it's this one particular ad which comes on not too often, thankfully, but it's a shocker when it comes on. And it's for Monzo Bank. And it's basically straight up in your face, a tarantula climbing on somebody's bald head. And that is quite stressful to an arachnophobe. But I've seen it. I look away mostly quite a lot because, you know, but one particular time last week I looked at it and I thought, hang on, that's not even a real tarantula. Because believe it or not, unless they're black, I can't be doing with that. I think tarantulas actually are quite pretty, really. There are some pretty ones. And apparently they're quite genteel. However, if I'm going to somebody's house and they say they own one, I'm not coming in. But, yeah. But I don't understand why they think having a tarantula or a fake one as is is anything to do with a bank. But then you can argue it and say, well, what's a black horse got to do with Lloyd's Bank either? It hasn't. Neil said, well, because it's quirky. But I don't know if it's got all to do with the bank. Nor's a head massager. Don't understand. So, yeah, I think this part now is going to be very short. So hopefully it's only about half an hour long. Apologies if these are very long. It's just how it goes. I'm just telling you about my week, so you know it is what it is. Have I got anything else to tell you? Oh, apart from an Uber Eats guy nearly clearing me up. Can't remember what day it was, but I know the laws in the UK for bicycles on the road are the same as cars. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you are supposed to stop at the traffic lights when they're for you to stop. So I was going over the road because it's for me to cross, and this Uber Eats cyclist just went straight past me, didn't even think to look or stop or nothing. He nearly cleared me up. What is it about cyclists and for that company? So yeah, that was great. But yeah, I can't think of anything else I need to tell you, to be honest. This is long as it is, and I need a pee. No, I can't think of anything, to be honest. I think I've exhausted everything. Quite chatty this time, as you can tell. Because sometimes I'm not over chatty. I'm a bit low and a bit meh. I think you'll figure that out in my makeup. My everyday makeup video. Now, I know I've done one of them in the past, but it was when I first started my channel. And I was a bit stiff, to say the least. I've seen some of my older videos when I first started, and I was like, I'm very stiff here. I'm not talking much. As to now, I just talk the heads off everybody. So, yeah. Oh, goodness knows. God help you if you go and look at those videos. Oh my God, they are there. I'm not going to take any down because I don't see the point. And it is how I started. So, you know, everybody that starts YouTube is a little bit on the nervous side. Not everyone, I suppose, but most of us. I've seen first videos from a lot of people, and I can guarantee they're not how they are today. They're a bit more looser and more used to it, but when I first started, oh my goodness, I was so scared and I didn't like it, and I wasn't going to do it again after the first video, and then I pushed myself and thought, give it another go. And then I thought, oh, I must have got really easy into it after 6 months. No, I was stiff as a board. Oh dear, it's funny looking back. I would like to do more taste tests, but they don't seem to do that well, to be honest. Not many people are interested. I guess it's if you're a taste testing channel, then that's all you do, but if you're not, why throw it in randomly? Because, to be honest, I like to have a bit of variety. Variety is the spice of life, after all. So, yeah, you might have noticed on this one, I don't think I was having the greatest moment. I felt fine, I thought. I did the video. It's going up, or it's up already. But I'm not quite my usual self, as I am right now. But we've got the weekend, and I like the weekends because nothing happens. But like as I said, I'm not available 24/7. I'm just not. And what's going on here? I look like I've got some Yeah, I have. It's like I've got a little something skin related. Age. Old age. It gets to everyone. So, I know what I was going to ask. But would anybody be interested in a menopause video? Basically the symptoms and how it starts, etc. and how it was for me. Still going through it. Not as bad. Would anybody be interested in that? Let me know. But yeah, I do want to get back into regular filming, which I've started to try to do. And that is about it. I think that's all I've got to say. I can't think of anything else. So, okay, so before this ends up being 50 minutes to 60 minutes long, I'm going to go. I'm going to carry on watching this food review of the brown sauce and then watch some more of it. It's really good, this Bold Foodie guy. It's really good. So, I'm going to see you again next time. So, take care, everybody. Please bear in mind, I would love to get up to 500 subbies. I really would love to reach that milestone. So please, let's make this happen. But I'm not going to ask for anything else. Just for your support and your views is stuff for me. So I will see you, and wanting to get up to 500 subs. I do want that. So I'm going to see you again next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.